What is up, my friends? And we are live. So I'm gonna just allow the stream to populate a little bit, give it a few minutes so that folks can kind of jump right in. It is a Monday here in Singapore. I hope everyone is doing a-okay. You all made use of the discounts. And of course, in today's topic, I'm gonna cover something that is always on my clients, when we were doing I was doing so many consultations during the past 48 hours, and the number one thing that every client was saying, or at least they wanted to do, was I should have taken more profit. So I think there are a lot of there's a series of layers of why folks didn't take enough profit, why they kind of like hesitated as well. You know what I mean? So I kind of want to piece everything together and hope that this live stream will be of value to the folks who have a portfolio and they are trying to build one, and then maybe you're in the same situation, and yeah, hopefully I can help you guys out. So as of now, I think a lot of the folks are kind of dejected. Okay, one thing, the markets have not been very kind, especially with the very sudden pullback, and I think a lot of folks they kind of got too greedy, right? What's up, lawyer man? So I think a lot of folks, they kind of got too greedy with the whole bull run and saying that this time it's different, and I think folks were thinking, okay, maybe this time the market is going to be a little bit more sustainable. It's not going to drop that much each time. Every week for the past 5 months, whatever dip, we always seem to have recovered. So selling seems like a sign of weakness. So okay, fine. Let's put things in perspective, right? If you have a portfolio of cryptocurrencies that you built basically, 2 years ago, or even just a year ago, I'm pretty confident that a lot of you are sitting on at least minimum 10 to 20x gains, okay, and some even 30x, depending on which cryptocurrency. But let's not be too specific. That's not the point of the video. The point of the video is, why didn't you take profit? Now, the number one reason, and I cannot blame that reason, is always the tax, right? The short-term capital gains tax. Now, if there's always a workaround, I'm not here to comment on that, and I will not, I won't kind of blame you if you could not, or you couldn't see a way of taking profit, in a way that kind of avoided that, because I think there are transactional taxes as well, or at least that's a realization. So kind of like the folks who are familiar with that aspect, feel free to help me out, because in Singapore there's no such thing. Okay, there is zero capital gains tax for trading crypto, or for making quick money, or quick money in crypto, right? It just doesn't exist. So I feel that a lot of the whole market, especially in the US, they are not able to take profit comfortably. I'm not sure whether capital gains tax applies to the folks in the UK or the Eurozone, or certain parts of the Eurozone. But I think that's one aspect. Okay, that's one. The second aspect was the main thing, and the main driver when I speak to most of my clientele, is that they don't have a objective. Meaning that their objective is so far away, right? Because let's just put it this way. If you already have a 5 to 6 figure to even a 7 figure portfolio, you kind of like want to sit on it a little bit, let it simmer, and it's totally fine, because you probably have a good paying job, right? The job takes care of the liability, so there's no urgency to really take profit. Hence, this whole run up, right? Despite the fact, and by the way, it's really more of the mixture of a little bit of greed, a little bit of hesitation, and at the same time, the market momentum was just too good to be true, right? And I still feel that, and by the way, I want to say this and state this clearly, we are still in a bull run, guys. We are still in a bull run. You don't have to doubt that, okay? This pullback is a technical bear. It's a technical retracement. Yes, it is a combination of a few things, people finally wanting to take profit on their Bitcoin holdings, their Ethereum holdings. But end of the day, it's more of you having that objective. If you don't have an objective for your own personal portfolio, that is really your fault, right? Like for not planning ahead. And I think most people don't plan, efficiently, especially for their portfolio. I think doing this for the past 6 years, you realize that a lot of people have that hesitation to take profit on their portfolio. I mean, let's just put it this way: if you already made a significant amount, and you have to be taxed on it, just be taxed on it. Right now that you have given back to the market, right? Literally 50 to 60%, depending on whether you're full on altcoins, you have a mixture of Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you had built your pillars 2 to 3 years back, you're totally fine. But if you are someone who is very new, like literally you join maybe January of this year, then definitely you have given most of whatever you have profited, or even you're now suffering a slight loss on your capital, on your initial capital. So please, guys, going forward, have an objective. Like for example, it can be a very short-term one. Even if your portfolio has not hit the dream $1 million mark, you still can take profit, guys. It's like, just have an objective. Like even if it's a small one, for example, just buying a gift for someone, or if you really want to be the true blue investor, whatever profits made goes towards another asset. For example, something a little bit less volatile. Maybe you want to dive into the stock market. Maybe you want to build a little account for investable collectibles or something like that. It can be anything, guys. Something that makes you happy. Right now that you have given back the gains, how do you feel? Right, giving back 50 to 60%. Let's say you're very new. Now, obviously, this video doesn't really address the folks that are like myself, who have been in the market for 5-6 years, right? Our positions are just so deep in the money. I don't believe that anybody should be screaming. It's just a matter of let's get back in. Let's kind of utilize the US dollar tether that has been sitting in our accounts for some time, and we start dollar cost averaging back into the solid ecosystem that we believe in, right? So whatever it is, even if you're concerned about China, right? Even if you're concerned about China, yes, for now, that part of the world, right, is gonna have to have a workaround. You don't have to care what China does. You don't have to care what the US does. The market is here to stay. Now, when there's the whole heavy correction, right, it's about utilizing the opportunity to get it cheap. To get stuff cheap, guys. Isn't that what you all want? Unless you're telling me that I love buying it when it's expensive. I love buying it when everybody else is buying. Then okay, then you're probably you're probably a little bit you clearly have no idea, okay? And I think that's also a possibility, because I think folks who come in, they get very excited. They see Doge going up, they see Elon Musk, they hear stuff from Michael Saylor, and then like everybody's just a little bit way over their heads, right? And they're not thinking clearly already. So you are being marketed in the wrong way, or at least you've been listening to the wrong information, because that information is clearly not only for you, is clearly not meant for you, because your plan is just not sound enough. And I just feel that it's a shame. It's a shame to have not, even when you just made that money, right, you gave it all back. So please, going forward, if let's say you still have the financial capability and the mental strength and the emotional strength to continue this journey, have a plan, guys. Have a plan. All you need to do is have a plan. Have an objective for yourself. Don't care about what Reddit is saying, some anonymous dude that is pumping information to say that this market is here to stay. God, Jesus, man, who cares about all these people? I don't read this shit. I only have my own personal objective, which is to help the people who are coming in have a plan. And the plan is specific for them and their family to create long-term growth, or at least a passive income portfolio. Who the hell cares about what Elon Musk is doing and whether he accepts Bitcoin for Tesla? Who gives a shit? You get what I'm saying or not? Who cares? Look, that guy was a billionaire even before you will even smell your first 100,000. You gotta think for yourself, man. You know? And look, whatever anyone else, whatever country is doing, it doesn't concern you. It affects the market. Don't get me wrong, okay? It affects the market, but you have to think for yourself. You plan for yourself. Alright? Anyway, guys, nothing much to say. I mean, you know, it's just a shame, you know. Sometimes when I feel sad for the people who kind of didn't plan ahead, right? Or they have no idea how to plan, right? So guys, if you need a plan, guys, CG is here for you, right? Email us at info@cryptogrinders. It's like if you need a plan, right? Book a consultation with the professionals. Stop thinking as if you know shit when you don't know shit, right? Other than that, you know, please. Now it's a 50% discount across the board for stuff that is damn solid. And if you have no plan, no idea where to put your money, it's time to get serious, isn't it? Anyway, guys, see you in the next live stream.